Hey, thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you can get notified of my next upload. Today we'll be discussing this talk show phenomenon of co-hosts saying things that they might not should have said, with everything from Piers Morgan to Sharon Osbourne and now Megan McCain on The View. Yes, she stuck her foot in her mouth again on The View, and it's my opinion that this week's hiatus of The View may be in part to Megan McCain's most recent I identity politic remarks on The View last week. Let's take a listen to some of the things that she said.
I think the question Democrats have to reconcile with right now is whether or not race and gender are more important than qualification. So if you have someone who is more qualified, who happens to be a white straight person, who is more on paper, has more experience in whatever field that they're being nominated for than a minority with less experience, are we now in a place where this matters? The View is 25 years old next year. We've only had one Asian American co-host this show. So does that mean that one of us should be leaving at some point because there's not enough representation? We're talking about, is identity politics more important than qualifications of a job? And I think that's a question going forward that the progressive left is going to have to reconcile. I don't think it's ever been positive. It's always something negative, and it's always a bunch of people. It's not just random people. It's people with blue check marks. And I do not need a pity party. I said there's no crying in baseball yesterday. I have chosen to do this work. This is not indentured servitude, but I am the one conservative woman in all of mainstream television. I'm the only one left. And with that, I am saying things that are not said in an echo chamber normally. I say things that people just don't want to hear. And if they disagree with me, it automatically becomes personal about how fat I am. I'm a disgusting white woman of privilege. I only get anywhere because of my dad. Everything you guys have already said is not anything I haven't thought and felt and been insecure about for my whole life. And the problem is every time I say something political that people don't like, it becomes deeply personal. And now it's involving my child. So I get it. I get why Chrissy Teigen can't do it. It has 100% impacted my mental health. I have suffered from depression because of things people have done to me on social media. But I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can quit social media because I need to use it for my job. It is a catch-22. We are living in an absolutely toxic time. I'm just going to put one more button after this. A day after my dad died, a picture went viral of someone putting a Glock gun at my head, a picture of me crying over my dad's casket. If you think that is the type of world we should live in and what Silicon Valley thinks is appropriate, and by the way, it wasn't taken down. It wasn't taken down for days and days and days until my husband went crazy on Twitter. We have a responsibility, and Silicon Valley has a responsibility to be relegating more of this because people commit suicide over things like this. It is a serious problem. I'm a grown-ass woman with a bunch of support with a giant platform. Do not feel bad for me. Feel bad for the teenagers who are on Twitter and young people as young as 10, 11, 12 years old who are being bullied in school and think there's no other freaking option except to kill themselves. And that's why this is serious. And if someone like Chrissy Teigen, who is married to John Legend and has what looks like a perfect, beautiful life, can't take the toxicity anymore, maybe we have a problem. And I'll probably trend on Twitter after this because of that too.
As you heard, Megan McCain had a lot to say about everything. And as always, she puts it in the first person and relates it completely back to her life and her self-experiences and how she's personally affected by it all. Now, the thing for me, the reason I chose to upload this video to Larger Curves. Thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now, part of the reason I decided to report on this is because I had been covering the Sharon Osbourne implosion on the talk and the subsequent hiatus that followed while they completed the investigation into her racist tendency past remarks. Anyway, so the hiatus for the talk is going to be complete April 12th. So a whole month later. Now, after these remarks we just heard Meghan McCain say last week on March 25th, now this week, the week of March 29th, The View is on hiatus all of a sudden and unexpectedly on hiatus. And there's speculation that it might just be because of the break for Easter. However, it was not a scheduled hiatus. And Meghan McCain has been receiving a lot of backlash lately because of her remarks. And she just, to me, in my opinion, is very flip floppy. She's very like, if it doesn't affect her life, then it's not really important. If she doesn't see it as a conservative, then it doesn't feel important. And she gets the most passion if she herself personally can relate to it. Anyway, do you think that the comments you heard her make are a reason for The View to take hiatus? Leave a comment below. Do you watch The View? Do you watch The View because of Meghan McCain? Or do you watch The View because you don't like Meghan McCain? Either way, you know I love a good dialogue in the comments. So if we can get a conversation started about it, let's get it started. Thanks for tuning in to Larger Curves. Make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload. And if you'd like to, go ahead and share the video too. It'll really help me out. Thanks again for taking your time to listen to me, listen to you, listen to the world. Thanks again, Larger Curves.